The reveal of the free-to-play LR NAMEK Goku has many disappointed, but don't lose hope yet, guys. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are here to talk about the reveal of the awakening for the free-to-play LR NAMEK Goku from the Dokkan Frontiers. And in this video, we're going to do something a little bit different for our community post. Usually the way we do this is I pose a question to you in the community section and on Twitter, and then we read through and see all of your reactions. But we're going to do something a little bit different time. I'm going to first post my video and give you some things to think about, and then ask for your feedback, and then we'll come back and see what you guys have to say. So let's start with the obvious. We have this Goku, and it won. This art looks fire, by the way. Can we get an amen for that, because man, does that look good. With that said, many are disappointed that this is a free-to-play character. Many had been hoping to see this character revealed as possibly a GDC LR alongside his final form Frieza counterpart, but it seems that dream is dead now with this reveal. But I'm here to tell you, all hope is not lost. So real quick, let's just take a look here and kind of show you what I'm talking about, right? So Truth already put out his community reaction post here, and just looking at some of this, right? People are really upset about this, right? LR Tech Broly talking about quitting the game, right? Goresh doesn't care anymore. I can't tell if he's trolling or not. I never can with Goresh, but right, Issa crashing out, right? Rhodey visibly upsets the Proton. I'm not sure what he means by that. Masning and right, arts are cool, no idea what he does yet. Oh, so this was before Global posted it. Okay, right, Matryoshka, right, this is the guy that does the Dokkan sparking animations, right, that Vegito Blue, and always does those animation analysis, right? Don't think it means that chances for a major NAMEK celebration later this year are lower. The 4 movie cooler EZAs are still there, and that's kind of where I want to talk about. So I mean, I could spend all day going through all the true stuff, but I'm not gonna do that. He's gonna do that, and I would rather hear what your feedback is to this. So, but that leads me into the point that I actually for once commented on one of Truth's community posts. I usually don't do this, but it kind of leads into what I want to talk about this video, right? So the first thing I want to say is this: before we start doom posting, before we jump the gun and say, oh, the NAMEK saga dream is dead, well, let's think about a few things here. All right, number one, we need to see the animations. We haven't seen this Goku's animations yet. We will likely see them when the data download happens, more than likely tomorrow, if not by Tuesday. And we need to see his transformation condition, right? And the reason I say that is because of this card right here. If this right here is his transformation, right? Oh, let's play here. Does it not want to play? There it is. Yeah. Oh, what the heck, Dokkan DB? There it is. Okay. Yeah, so if it's this transformation right here, then we're good, right? Because, and the reason I say that, right, if they reuse the STR's animation for his transformation, then that leaves the possibility that they could still do this guy as a Dokkan Fest LR, maybe starting as Kaioken and or starting as base and then having Kaioken and then in his super attack, right, for the Kaioken times 20, and then his active skill is a transformation into Super Saiyan Goku. Or it's likely maybe from further in the fight, right, where he's Super Saiyan and then maybe he goes, you know, and then he gets buffed up, like maybe it's a costume change, right, where he starts like this and then he loses his shirt or something, right? Because we already did get kind of buff floofy hair Goku already with the NLR. So there's a couple different things they can do here, right? They could even use that as his entrance animation of him just showing up straight up as Super Saiyan. That would actually be really good, because now he's got a decent free-to-play link partner, especially knowing that this guy is pretty decent on his own and is likely to get an EZA. So That's the first thing I want to say. Is like, so we know that if this ends up being a reused animations or even slightly done but unvoiced, that there's still the possibility of them doing that. Now, I do think the possibility is still means it is likely not going to be GDC though, right? And we actually have been saying it's not likely to be GDC for a while, right? I actually think GDC is going to be something else based on other EZAs, but we'll get to that. Now, with that said, right, in our prediction of the rest of the year, I kind of talks about TDC actually being NAMEK SAGA because it's going to line up closer to the end of the NAMEK SAGA Frontier, right? TDC is going to be taking place in July, and we've only got one more month until that. And this next set that's going to awaken the Goku, right? If we're looking at the tracker here of events, right, the current set ends right here against Final Form Frieza, and looking at the battle and the characters available, I mean, yes, you have the Super Saiyan Goku here to help, but right, the battle is more or less, you know, when Vegeta dies, right? So knowing that, right, so these battles kind of focus on Vegeta dying and Goku showing up. The next battles are probably going to center on the beginnings of the fight with Frieza, which means we still have full power Frieza towards the end of Namek with, you know, the final battle, and we'll have to see it where the next stages line up, but based on the pacing of the previous stages, I don't think it's going there yet, which means we've probably still got another month or so before the end of this set of nodes, which would line up exactly with TDC. Now, I don't believe TDC will be Namek Goku as the Dokkan Fest, but and that was our original prediction with Carnival Final Form Frieza being the part 2. I think they could switch. I honestly think, right, Final Form Frieza could be the Dokkan Fest LR. Now, and maybe I'm crazy, but I do think, you know, he can carry, right? He's probably one of the most requested villain LRs, and he is the only LR villain without, okay, that's not true. Kid Buu exists, or does not exist in Dokkan rather, but this is the only variation of Frieza that does not have full premium representation in the game, whether as an LR or as a TUR. Kid Buu at least got some TURs. So, I mean, it stands to reason that, right, a Final Form Frieza, I think, could carry as the Dokkan Fest for Transcendent Dokkan campaign. And we talked about this earlier in the year that, right, Geppy and Omatsu did mention that they want TDC to be bigger this year. They might very well just do it as a dual Dokkan Fest, right? They could do that way, right? These guys as the dual Dokkan Fest, or even just Carnival versus Dokkan Fest for part 1, and then part 2 just be the rerun of the anniversaries, like they typically do for Tanabata, which is now the placement of TDC. Could do something like that, or split them up, part 1, part 2, like they normally do. Either way, I don't think the dream is dead, and it really does. It'll be really telling to see how, right, the animations are handled. Because again, as I mentioned here, right, since it's a passive transformation, it's not going to be voiced, right? So if it's not voiced and they reuse the STR animations, right, I think that very likely tells us that it could be coming still, especially knowing that Final Form Frieza has yet to have any major representation. Now, I did want to address one other thing that I saw here, right? A lot of the people right here under Truth posts and even commenting on my own post are very, very upset that this is a free-to-play LR, and saying that, you know, it is worth more than a free-to-play character. And I do agree with that statement. You know, this moment is iconic, and it should be an LR. But, all right, let's not act like it being a free-to-play LR means that the dream is completely dead. After all, Legends introduced the free-to-play Super Saiyan Goku as an Ultra, right? So he got a free-to-play Ultra, which is Legends. If we just pull this up so you can get a better view of it. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually terrible. Okay, never mind. Well, you can see this here, but yeah, I mean, he's a free-to-play Ultra, right? So, and that's Legend's highest rarity up until they did this new Legend rarity, right? And then they got Super Saiyan Goku for their 7th year anniversary, so it's not like it means it can't happen. And it's also not the first time we got a free-to-play NAMEK SAGA Goku, right? Need I remind people that this art, right, the iconic Super Saiyan art, right, the one that we're using right here, that everybody knows, is a free-to-play card from the tutorial, right, that awakens into the Angel Goku and eventually into the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So it's like, I mean, it's not the first time this has happened, right? And he didn't even get to be put on the NAMEK SAGA because of how he awakens. You know, combined with that, right, we've also got this guy. Now, granted, this isn't Super Saiyan Goku, but he is a NAMEK SAGA Goku that ended up being free to play. Actually, I don't actually remember where this is from. Oh, but either way, there's also this card, another iconic pose being used as a victory/defeat card, right, from before. You also have this card here, which is a World Tournament free-to-play card, another NAMEK SAGA Goku, right? So, I mean, it being free-to-play doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world, and it doesn't mean it can't happen, because we've had it be free-to-play before, and it's not been that bad. So I think there's still a chance that we could see NAMEK SAGA happen at TDC. Maybe not GDC, but as Matryoshka points out and others point out, I do think there's, you know, the Wicked Bloodline characters and the Super Saiyan Goku and the Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta do have the EZA this year. So, I mean, there's got to be some celebration that would tie those in. And this, I mean, this still does seem like the most likely scenario. So I'm going to end by posing the question to you, right? Given everything that I have shown you, given everything that I have said here, do you think the NAMEK SAGA dream is dead? Do you think it's not happening this year? Are we going to have to wait till next year? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And let us know if, you know, let us know your thoughts on them choosing to awaken him to Super Saiyan. Good or bad, I still want to hear what you have to say, right? So let us know in the comments down below. And then we will come back and we will check in on everything you guys have to say in a separate video. So that's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.